might be people watching right now or listening by the way of TV and radio that maybe they're going through a domestic violence. Maybe some of their children is going through it. What would be your best advice for them?
Um, my best advice to them would be to know the resources that are available and to always support their victims. Sometimes people don't do what we want them to do or what we
Right.
think that they should do, and we can see the severity of the situation, but it takes a little bit for them to see the severity of the situation. And so once that happens, to be there, be supportive, and get support yourself as a support system. Um, there are different places and different people that you can call, different books that you can read, different resources available to tell you how to deal with a victim of domestic violence.
Well, I've heard stories in the past, and I'm sure you have too, about families being in this type of crisis, and the woman thinks that she can't get free, and her family tells her, their strong belief is no divorce, no matter what whatsoever. You got to stay with this person, and then end up like a tragedy or fatality. The man ended up taking the woman's life, and nothing's worth your life being taken over.
Absolutely, I think that the ultimate power and control is taken of someone's life, and sometimes and we always say that when a victim of domestic abuse leaves the situations, that is when she's in the most dangerous, because the perpetrator has lost all control. Nothing's going to work. He sees that she's walking out the door, and he has no recourse for that. So that's the most dangerous time for her to leave. We've had several incidences where women have made the decision to leave only to be stabbed, only to be shot. So having a plan of action beforehand, before they leave, is
Right.
also essential, and knowing what resources there are out there in different parts of the state. It's a situation now where domestic violence victims can actually change their social security number
Right.
and get housing assistance, immediate emergency housing assistance for their families.
What about people that need protection orders, like stalkers, like somebody showing up at their work, calling them constantly, threatening them, and things like that?
Well, we know statistically that only about 14% of the population use emergency protective orders as a means to leave a violent relationship, because nobody wants their private business out in
Public,
court.
yeah.
But emergency protective orders are certainly available, and that's, those are put in place for situations, specifically for domestic violence situations. So those are the things that my office help with and help utilize.
Especially if there's children involved, because the children are witnessing this and they're involved in this and they're right in the middle of this, and it's to be protected for the children as well.
Absolutely. I think that a lot of mistakes that I see sometimes when women are leaving is that they're so miserable and they're so scared and they just want to get out, and it's not a well thought out plan, and then something happens with the children, that they didn't think about the children at school and the custody issues, and it's a very complicated type of thing, and so you really need assistance in maneuvering those types of things.
And some guidance.
Right, and we have victim advocates now stationed in every county in the state of Kentucky.
So you have many different types of work that you do with these people. You go to the courts and you counsel them, you talk to them, and you're just really trying to help people.
Well, I've had to branch out because in order to understand about the domestic violence and sexual assault problem in our county, you have to understand about the sexual abuse problem, the child sexual abuse. You also have to understand about the drug and alcohol issue that our families currently, or our families are currently experiencing, and also with the unemployment rate and how all those things tie in together. So you have to kind of be multifaceted.
Tell me about building bridges for a stronger community.
Well, in addition to my work as a victims advocate, because I do try to be very knowledgeable of issues that families are experiencing. I'm also part of the Whitley County Unite Coalition, and we try to educate the community because, as well as domestic violence, the drug issue has overcome our community.
Right.
And I think it would be safe for me to say that every family has experienced some type form of addiction, whether it be a family friend or a close family relative, and they just need help. They need to understand what's going on, the guidance to maneuver through those types of issues legally and with churches and what resources are out there. So it's essential that we learn how to experience that. So we've come up with Building Bridges, a collaboration for a stronger community, and our Whitley County Unite Coalition is very committed to the community. And we are also committed to issues of for people that are suffering with abuse. So we developed this program to talk about the science of addiction. What, there's a common myth out there that, people that are on drugs and alcohol, they can just quit whenever they want to. But scientifically, there's things that happen chemically in your brain that cause you not to be able to just stop cold turkey, and it's actually kind of dangerous. So we developed this program. It's going to be happening March the 20th at the Mary Jeffrey Center in Williamsburg.
Okay.
We actually have 2 sessions to accommodate people that work. We have the first session that will happen from 9 to 1.
9 to 1.
And the second session for people that do work from 4:30 to 8:30.
4:30 to 8:30. Now, how can the community get involved in this program?
They can contact me at my office.
Okay.
At the Williamsburg Police Department at 549-6023.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook page under the Whitley County Unite Coalition.